my name is Brandy Murray and welcome to my channel. So excited to have you here. I post a lot of anti-MLM because I am an ex-Beachbody coach, used to be a distributor, building a team and all of that stuff. And I got pretty mad one day, decided, you know what, I need to help other people not get wrapped up in these schemes. Ever since then, I started my channel. I've been here and I just want to say thank you to everyone who has supported the channel, liked my posts, shared my content, subscribed. It all means the world to me, so thank you so much for being here. Today we're going to talk about a cringe-worthy video that I posted back in 2016. This was my attempt to persuade my audience at the time, which by the way, this video got an entire 9 views on YouTube. This video was intended to persuade my audience that what I was doing was actually not a pyramid scheme, which is laughable when I think about it now, because now I 100% believe that Beachbody is a pyramid scheme, as are any MLM company that you could get involved with, which is also why I choose not to purchase any MLM products, because I do not support the model. But all that aside, I decided to be vulnerable and share this video with you guys because, like I said, it's kind of embarrassing when I look back on it. I can tell a lot has changed in my life, and we're gonna take each of my arguments step by step, and I'm gonna go ahead and debunk all of these for you so that if an MLM hun is telling you these things, you can be prepared and know in your mind that they're wrong and to not be convinced to join their scam. This will be fun. Hey guys, this is your coach Brandy, and I am doing 2 live videos in one day. What's up with that? I'm in a different space than I normally am because I'm actually getting a lot of stuff done while my wonderful husband takes care of my boys, and I'm in the office and I'm like, woo, getting stuff done, cranking it out, yeah. Just a side note, my wonderful husband and I are now divorced, and he was not that much of a wonderful husband, but we'll talk about that in other videos. All right, good. I see some people have joined. I am so excited to talk to you guys about this topic because it's a question I get all the time, and it's a totally legitimate question. I actually had the same fear when I started, before I started as a Beachbody coach. People ask me all the time, is that thing you do, is that a pyramid scheme? What is that? It's so funny when I look back on that and I hear myself, oh, people ask me this all the time. Y'all, people were not asking me shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, I was chasing those people down, begging them to sign up. They were not asking questions, okay? Not very often. It wasn't something that I heard all the time. I will say the objection of, isn't that one of those triangle companies? I did hear that, like maybe I was accused of being in a pyramid scheme, but not once were people like, oh, but isn't that a pyramid scheme? I'd be interested in joining if it wasn't. No. Because it's shaped like a pyramid, right? And so a lot of people assume that that's a pyramid scheme. But the first thing I want to ask you is, what is a pyramid scheme? Do you even know? Like, what's a pyramid scheme? Oh my gosh. That is so funny. Y'all, you know what a pyramid scheme is, okay? This was another tactic that was taught to us by our uplines. I specifically remember watching a training video from one of the top coaches in the company explaining why Beachbody was not a pyramid scheme, and that if we ever get asked if Beachbody is a pyramid scheme, the correct response to that is, well, what is a pyramid scheme? It's a total deflection, guys. You are smart enough to know what a pyramid scheme is. I will tell you, a pyramid scheme is illegal, okay? The United States has put a ban on pyramid schemes. There are no legal pyramid schemes. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I was right. Pyramid schemes are illegal. Did you notice that even when I said that, I doubted myself? I don't even know if that makes any sense. I didn't know if it made sense to me. There was so much cognitive dissonance in my mind. Cognitive dissonance is when you think one thing, but you're doing another. And so eventually, because of what you're doing, your behavior and your thoughts kind of become one. That's what I was doing in this video. So because I was faking it till I was making it, I didn't 100% believe that Beachbody wasn't a pyramid scheme. And you can see it as I'm talking in this video. It's coming out. Like, I don't even know if that makes any sense. Number 2, I want to talk about the FTC and their stance on pyramid schemes. And if you've watched any anti-MLM content in the past on YouTube, you've probably known this. I watch a lot of anti-MLM content too to educate myself, and it's actually what helped me get out of my MLM. Just in case you haven't, and this happens to be one of the first times you've heard about this, the FTC says that MLMs can be pyramid schemes. So even though the distributors are telling you, I'm not a pyramid scheme because pyramid schemes are illegal, that's just not true. So it says that businesses that involve selling products to family and friends and recruiting other people to do the same are called multi-level marketing, network marketing, or direct marketing businesses. Some MLMs are illegal pyramid schemes. So even the FTC says just because it's in existence doesn't mean that it's legal. It doesn't mean that what they're doing is right. It just means they haven't been caught or shut down yet. Let's think back to LuLaRoe. That was a really popular one. I remember around the same time that I started Beachbody in like 2016, 2017, everyone was selling these ugly leggings and making like a huge big deal about it, like it was the best thing ever. And eventually LuLaRoe got shut down for being an illegal pyramid scheme. Hey everyone, this is Editing Brandy here. I just found out that my facts were wrong on LuLaRoe. They're actually still in operation, but I feel like I remember them being shut down at one point, but then as I read into it, I saw that they actually ended up settling the lawsuit by paying out $4.8 million. So even though they're now operating again as a legal MLM, they were accused of being a pyramid scheme, and I'll link something below so that you can read more into that if you're interested. So just because something is legal and it hasn't been shut down yet, or you haven't been caught doing it yet, doesn't mean that it's not the pyramid scheme. So that's just a complete deflection. Like, don't let people tell you that their business opportunity is not a pyramid scheme just because it's quote unquote illegal. And with a pyramid scheme, there are no products or services being offered. Basically, with a pyramid scheme, people pay to come in and they're recruited by other people who they just pay to join the pyramid, but they're not offering any services, they're not offering any products, and basically the people at the top of the pyramid make a lot of money while the people at the bottom don't. Hey Lisa, thanks for the hearts, girl. The people at the top of the pyramid make a lot of money while the people at the bottom don't. You mean like an MLM, Brandy? Come on, Brandy. What were you thinking, Brandy? From what I understand, there was some sort of court proceeding. I think it was back with another company. I want to say it was Amway, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But basically what happened was they had gone to court and, the company was being threatened to get shut down because it wasn't legal, because it was clearly a pyramid scheme. And so they ended up working out this plan in the legislation where they're like, okay, so what distinguishes a pyramid scheme from a direct selling company? And they decided that the difference is if there's a product being offered. What the FTC says is that actually, if the MLM is not a pyramid scheme, then you will get paid based on how many products you sell to your retail customers without having to recruit new distributors. Beachbody is basically saying, well, we're not a pyramid scheme because we have Shakeology and we have, these workouts. And I will tell you, like, I love the workouts. The supplements are decent, like they're not terrible, but the thing is they're hiding behind this product. But in reality, if you think about the coaches and what they're actually trying to do is they're trying to sell you on the lifestyle, right? And even my upline, I remember her doing this entire training on finding your tribe and, selling the lifestyle, not just the products, because they will tell you once you become a distributor that there is limited income potential in selling actual products, that the real money is going to come when you build a team. It's all about building a team, no matter what they tell you. And I will say, when I first joined Beachbody, I thought I was going to be a coach. Like, I thought it was going to be my job to work out and to put together challenge groups and to help other people get results. I thought that's what I had signed up for. But I want to say it was probably like my first or second Zoom call with my upline coach when I realized what I was actually signing up for was recruiting. But at that point, I was already so excited about the opportunity. I was so excited about getting fit. And I was excited about this lifestyle that she was selling on social media. It was that cognitive dissonance again. It was like, oh, okay, well, I can change my thinking a little bit, because even though I need to recruit, I can also still help people get fit. So I kind of like rationalized it that way in my mind. The other thing I said was, it's not a pyramid scheme because people below you can make more money than people at the top. They used to tell us that all the time, and it's just not true. If you're at the top of the pyramid, and you have all of these distributors below you who have signed up and are buying Shakeology every month, they are funneling volume up the pyramid. and you're at the top getting all of those bonuses, right? The people at the bottom are never going to make as much money as the people at the top. The reason why they will say, well, you can make more money than your upline, right? If somebody brings you into the company and you do better than them, then you can make more money than them. It has to do with the ranking system. So like say I'm an Emerald coach and I sign up a coach under me and she's a good recruiter, she'll hit Diamond and I won't be Diamond. I'll be an Emerald still if I don't have more people where I've recruited enough or whatever. But, and so technically like, yeah, I guess she can make more money than me, but not really, because if we're all Diamond coaches, then all the Diamond coaches at the top are going to make more money. It's all about how many people can you recruit to build your rank as fast as possible. And then eventually the idea is, okay, people are gonna finally drop off and then you're gonna start climbing the pyramid, right? So basically the people at the bottom kind of get screwed because they come in at the last minute and then they can't recruit anyone and whatnot. So like, but that's not what this is, okay? It's totally what it is. It's called market saturation. Beachbody is totally different, even though it's shaped like a pyramid. And I will tell you that most companies that you work for and most organizations out there are shaped like a pyramid. I mean, think about, think about like Microsoft or like Apple. All of those companies have a CEO, right? So that's the top of their pyramid. And then underneath them, they have their employees and, you know, the people, the staff that goes underneath them in the correct hierarchy or whatever. But that doesn't mean that they're a pyramid scheme. Okay, so first of all, I'm sorry, Apple and Microsoft, for comparing Beachbody to you. So all companies are shaped like a pyramid because you have a supervisor? Yeah, but your supervisor isn't paying you more to hire new people. You're not getting bonuses for recruiting new members to your team. And your boss isn't getting paid when you recruit more members to your team. Not the same thing. When you're working a corporate job and you're climbing a ladder, and yes, there's a CEO at the top and then there's your supervisors and then you're underneath them, is not the same as a pyramid. And I didn't understand that at the time. Like I thought, oh, well, people must be confused. They just think that a pyramid scheme, they don't understand that it's the same as other companies. That was gaslighting. That I was gaslit and then I was gaslighting other people to really, but it was true that I believed that. Like I actually believed everything I was saying, which is just so embarrassing within itself. The other thing I said about the CEO, like that just reminded me of like, oh, you can be your own CEO when you sign up. Like the CEO of Beachbody is not the very first coach who ever signed up. The CEO of Beachbody is Carl Deichler. So Carl Deichler is making lots of money. They used to say they were $1 billion company. I actually found out that that's a lie from somebody else. I can't remember who it was. So after recording that section, I remembered it was Mac Attack. I was watching some of his videos on YouTube, and he was the one who said Beachbody is no longer a $1 billion company. But anyway, so Carl Deichler is making millions of dollars, right? He is the CEO of Beachbody. You are not the CEO of the company, all right? And I have to tell myself this, like I thought I was the CEO. I was so excited to be a boss babe, to be the CEO, but I was restricted in so many areas. I couldn't come up with pricing points to be competitive, up with the products myself. I had to follow a script. I couldn't add my own creative spin. Some ways they would encourage you to be like, oh, you can be so creative, you know, just go here and use this to make graphics. But then they would also tell us to not spend all of our time making graphics because we needed to be doing the vital behaviors and inviting hundreds of people each day. So you had no freedom as a boss babe CEO that the company actually had. Like it's not the same as running your own small business. And now I understand that, even though at the time I thought I was being so entrepreneurial, and I look back on that and I understand why actual small business owners become offended by that, because they really are putting in the work. Not to say that we weren't putting in the work, because I'll tell you, I was working my ass off, but they are like coming up with the design themselves. And so actually, like, that's the sad thing about MLMs in general, is you're given all of the responsibility for like finding people to sell to and marketing and all of that, but you're not getting the reward of actually creating a product that's helping people. You're just shilling someone else's crap. And so it's not the same reward level as being a small business owner. Now that I think about it, I kind of wonder what that would be like, you know, to take the stuff I learned about entrepreneurship from when I was in the MLM and I was reading all those personal development books and applying it to something that really sets my soul on fire. Like, Beachbody did not set my soul on fire, you know, but like actually helping people through counseling or tarot reading, like that is actually really fun. That's something I enjoy doing. And if there's a way that we can find something that we love doing and turn it into a way to make an additional stream of income, I am all for that. But you are not your own CEO if you join an MLM. No matter what they tell you, it's just delusional to think that you're your own CEO. So yeah, I just want you guys to know, I really appreciate you guys asking that question. Beachbody is totally different. We offer a service and a product that helps people. And I would not have joined if I thought that what I was getting into was sketchy. I think most of you guys know me pretty well to know my motives and to know my heart, that I have a huge heart for helping people and I have a huge heart for the Lord. If you know my story and if you've been following, I feel so slimy watching that. Because you guys know me, like, you know I wouldn't do anything sketchy and I have such a huge heart for the Lord. Oh my gosh, that's so manipulative. And I have to take responsibility for that because I am the one who said that. It was taught to me. I did learn that from other people, but I chose to say that. I chose to engage in that behavior without realizing how manipulative that was. On the flip side, I think I did care about people. I think that's always been a part of who I am, is to care about people. But like, my motives were not about helping people at this point. My motives were, oh crap, I gotta climb the ranks so I can finally make some of this money that I've spent. That's where my head was during this time. For me to be like, because you guys know me, you trust me, you know I wouldn't do anything scammy. That's actually awful. Like, good-hearted people get involved in scams all the time. It happens all the time. So you know, you can't just assume just because it's your friend or your family member or something that because they're smart, they wouldn't get involved with a scam. And so, if anything, I think that just shows that even smart people do get involved with scams. Following me on social media for a while, you know I've struggled with fitness in the past. And this product that I purchased, I signed up as a Beachbody Coach, and yes, I paid to sign up as a Beachbody Coach, but now I'm earning legitimate money for it because I'm helping other people. I wasn't earning legitimate money. I thought I was. I really thought I was because, you know, I would sell the products, right? And then I'd get a small commission from the product. But I was spending the same amount of money that was coming into me was going out. I was paying for my coach fee, my dad's coach fee, and my husband's coach fee, which is 16 times 3, whatever that is. I'm terrible at math. So I was spending that much money on just coach fees. Then I was spending an extra $250 in products to keep all of our accounts active. And when you think about that, I was spending that much and I was only earning maybe about $200 to $300 a month. So that means I was working for no money. I was working for free. And a lot of these coaches and a lot of these distributors do not talk about the money that they're spending to be a distributor. They only talk about their sales or, you know, the gross income of what's coming in. They don't actually talk about the fact that everything that they just got paid, they already paid out. When you're investing in a product, you need to make sure that the return on that is going to be worth your time. That's called ROI, return on investment. I was working nonstop on this business. It was taking up my life. If you're not familiar with that story, I'll put it up here somewhere so you can check out that video of how it was overtaking my life. I was working nonstop on this business and I was making no money for it, even though I thought I was making money because I was getting a check deposited into my account. Like, I wasn't doing the math and realizing like all of this other money is just going out. Service I signed up for has completely changed my life. So I don't think a scheme or something that's really bad or something that's out to take advantage of people would have that kind of an effect on people. Like, people are getting healthy and fit through our services and our products. So and people are getting eating disorders, and people are being bullied, and people are being taken advantage of, and people are losing money, which I know now. Actually, I think I knew it then. I wasn't willing to see it. I just wanted to address that objection with you guys publicly because I get it. I know it's something, it's a concern on people's minds. I am not afraid to talk about it. So if you have any more questions about the MLM structure or about Beachbody as a company, please feel free to send me a message and do your own research. Educate yourself, because that's what I did before I signed up to become a coach. I had that question. I was a little scared. I looked into it. I found out Beachbody is an amazing company. They are not out to hurt people. They are not out to be scam artists. They are out to help people. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. And if you guys have any other questions at all, please feel free to send me a message. And hey, thanks, Nicole. I hope you guys have a great day or a great night. Take care. Bye. Please send me a message. Please send me a message. I said that after every video. Please send me a message if you need this. Don't ever send a message. Trust me, you don't want to do that. Educate yourself. You know, that's very interesting. I said, well, I educated myself. I asked the questions. And honestly, I can tell you I did not do that. At the time, I remember when I signed up to become a coach, it was actually my ex-husband who was asking those questions of, isn't this a pyramid scheme? Like, this seems kind of sketchy. Can't blame him now when I look back on it. Like, he was trying to protect our finances and our family. But at the time, I was already excited. You know, I had already been sold the dream. And that's what happens when these distributors post as much as they do on social media, just talking about how wonderful their life is. I just really want you guys to understand that these people do not have your best interest at heart. You are just a number to them. And those lifestyle pictures they're posting are so fake. I'm not gonna lie, I have stalked some of the people that worked above me because, you know, a piece of me just wants them to finally just realize and see the light. I think part of it is to feel that affirmation that I was right and that I wasn't crazy, because I had these people telling me how this business works and whatever. And, you know, specifically for my personal, the people who are my upline, it worked for them because they were able to recruit and they're still doing it. And I do occasionally check in on their stuff. And I think we can all admit that we do that, whether we're following up with an ex or we're following up with our ex uplines. But, you know, I see these posts that they're putting up and I can see how fake it is. I can see that it's all a sales pitch. That's all it is. When I told these people to educate themselves, what I was really telling them to do was trust me and come talk to me. Don't actually go educate yourself. Don't look on Google, because if you look on Google, if you look on YouTube, you're going to find out that it is a scam, right? But at the time, I wanted these people to trust me and come to me so that I could help them. I think in my heart, I think I did want to help them, but deep down, I knew what I was doing was a scam. I knew it wasn't good. But once you've already given up all of your time and all of your money, it's like you have to earn that back and you have to prove to yourself that you weren't fooled. You know, there's pride involved with that. These companies are no good. They are awful for you. Do not get involved with them. I promise you, it's not worth it. I have been out of my MLM now for, oh gosh, it's been a while. Wow, I've been out for 8 months and I can tell you life is so much better. Life is so much more free. I actually have a lot of abundant things happening, lots of streams of income coming in. I just got hired for a new job, which I'm really excited about. Also working from home. I've got my tarot card readings that I do. I've got my YouTube channel, which is so close to getting monetized, guys. So if y'all can really do me a favor and just subscribe for me. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be able to monetize. And it just is super exciting to know that I can create content and get paid for it. Whereas like when I was a Beachbody coach, I was creating awesome content. You know, I was sharing my fitness journey and I was creating meal plans and doing all of these free groups and I did not get paid for it. So now to be on this side of it, like away from MLM and also still saying, you know what, I am a boss. Like, I hate the term boss babe, but I am a boss. I am abundant. I am a creator and I can do great things and I don't need the MLM. I don't need this because the MLM is a limiting structure. Like there is no abundance there because people are taking advantage of people and it's just market saturation. That's all it is. It does not have the same limitless potential that you have as a human being and that you have been given by the divine to create wonderful things. Whew. sorry, I know I just got off on a huge tangent. I'm so glad that you guys stuck around and watched my video. Thank you so much for your likes, your support, your comments, the nice ones. I have my protection candle lit, so if there are any, MLM huns out there who are mad at me, I am protected from you. And anyone who has a problem with the fact that I used to be in an MLM and I scammed people, I'm protected from you too. And I know that, we're all on our journeys and we're all gonna have lessons that we need to be learned, and the universe is gonna teach us those lessons however necessary. But I'm in a good space now and I'm glad about that. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.